Hello, hello everybody. Fellow YouTubers and crafters, how's everybody doing today? It's me, Angie, coming on to do a tutorial with you guys of inspiration. I don't know if you saw my previous video, but yesterday I picked up this gardening book at a thrift store here locally in my town, and I couldn't wait to get started on it, so I thought I'd jump on and take you guys along with me. As I said, these pages really kind of stood out to me, these here, and I thought they would make almost perfect templates to make like little travel journals or little small folio signatures, junk journals. So I thought I'd take you guys along with me. So I wanted to show you that book before we got started. Now, I'm kind of a slow crafter. I like to take my time. I don't like to rush. So I don't know if we'll be able to get into this, get this completed in one sitting. It may take a couple or three, but thought maybe you guys would like to come along with me. Okay, so I did do some prepping just to save a little bit of time because my videos have to be, I'm only allowed 30 minutes right now on my videos. So this is what one of the pages look like when it's cut down and trimmed out. Okay, and I cut out 3 of them. I thought I'd try and get 3 of these done, but we'll see how it goes. So this is the first one, and I just trimmed down my pages. You guys didn't need to see me cut pages or anything like that, but once the page is cut out, it's kind of a tall one, 8.5 by 3 1/8. 8.5 by 3 1/8. Okay, when it's folded over. So I just picked some random pages that I thought would look good in here, and I tore out one. I did a piece from an herb book that I had, and just tore it right out. And I liked the rough edge, just left it rough, and I just had to trim the top and bottom down to fit. I got a piece of graph paper, digital, another random piece of book page, some coffee dyed papers, another piece of paper, another book page from another gardening book that I had. I just liked the green, so I put that in there with a few more pages. So I think I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, that's perfect because I usually like to have about 10 to 12 per signature. So I just cut them down to fit into my, this is going to be my cover. And there we go. So that's what we're looking at. So I thought we would start, and sometimes I like to sew my signatures in first and then decorate, and sometimes I like to decorate first and then sew them in. But on this particular one, I thought we'd start at the beginning and we would sew it in. So basically I just need to get my pages, and they're all pretty much the same size. They may be off by like a 1/16 of an inch, as you can see right here. Some of them a little bit hair taller, and that doesn't bother me as long as the width is good and it doesn't stick out from the cover. So I'm just going to make sure I've got them all kind of lined up. Okay, and then I'm going to pack them down. Find my center. Give them a little press. Make sure everything's in there nice and snug. Oops, see, and it just moved on me. Get it nice and snug. And then we'll clamp it down and get it sewn in. Okay, so then get it positioned. And I am, since it's just a thin one and it's not a big junk journal, it's just a small journal, like a folio size, I am just going to clamp it all down and sew it all down together at the same time. Normally I would do a little bit different of a process, but we're going to get it all clamped down at once. So where are my... I'm just going to clamp that side. And we'll give this side a clamp. And I think that'll work. Looks good. Looks like it moved on me a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, I think it moved just a bit. Let me use some different clamps. I'm not liking those too much. Pull out these. Okay. So how is everybody doing today? Hope everybody's well. I'm doing well. Got a good day here for a change. We've been getting a lot of rain. But we've got a nice, bright, sunny day. Warm. It's about 71 degrees out. No rain yet, but there is about 20% chance of rain this evening, so we'll see what we get later. Okay, so I am just going to, got my needle here, and my choice of thread is just some jute twine, something, because this is going to be like a botanical themed folio, so I thought that would go well. And I need a, well, we're just going to eyeball this, I think. We're just going to wing it. We're just going to wing it. And I'm going to take those out because that bulkiness is kind of bothering me here. So what I'm going to do, and I'm just going to do a regular pamphlet stitch. And I'm just going to kind of eyeball it, but at the same time as eyeballing it, I'm going to use my ruler as a guide to try and get the middle. And then the outer pieces, the outer pokes, holes won't be too bad. So halfway is about 4 1/4. So I'm just gonna go right about there and just give it a little poke so I know where I need to go. And then I'm gonna come in about 1 inch and I'll give that a little poke if I can. Okay, I'm coming about 1 inch there on this end and give that a little poke. Okay, so now I can move my ruler and now I'll be able to go all the way through. So you can see my 3 holes for my guide there. And what I have an awl, but what I find my awl, kind of the hole gets kind of big. So I'm just going to use my pokey tool here on this one. And I'm going to try and just hold them all in place and just do them all at the same time. And I'm just going to give it a poke right through. Okay. And then, thing is just keeping my papers together and not have them move on me. That's the thing. Give that second hole poke and come up, and the third one. There we go. All right. Now that I got the holes, now I can thread my needle. And we'll get this sewn in real quick. And I usually start in the middle. Pull it through. Sometimes it's kind of tight. I'm going to use my, come on. It usually doesn't give me a hard time like this. I don't know why it's doing it. I'm going to use my teeth, guys, because I don't have my, there we go. Sorry about that. That wasn't pleasant. I don't know why me such a hard time. Wow. Usually does not do this. I'm struggling. Excuse me for one quick second. Let me grab my pliers. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Let me grab my... There we go. Goodness gracious. And we still got to go back through the other side. Okay, so then we come back on the outside to the middle. Come up on the opposite side of the thread. And I'm going to have to pull that through again. There we go. See how easy that was this time? Jeez, it doesn't usually give me a hard time like that. Okay, so now I got a little too much, so we can pull that back through. Try not to waste. Waste not, want not. There we go. That should be a little bit more appropriate length. And we're going to pull it snug. I can take my clamps off. Pull it snug. Check the back. There we go. Okay, I can take my needle off. Get that cut. Move that out of the way. Okay, well, I think we got it nice and snug. Give it a couple ties. I'm going to give it 3. Just to make sure it's secure. And I think I'm just going to let these ends dangle down. I'm not going to do it in a bow or anything. And there we go. And we've got ourselves a signature, guys. How about that? Nice and snug. Look at that. Isn't that neat? I love it. And that's just what I had in mind when I saw that book. I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh, that'll be perfect. So there we go. 10 pages. A little bulky, but we're not going to do too much to the inside. So it's not going to get too much fuller than that. At least that's my thought. We'll see how we go as we go along. Okay, let me put my needle away. Excuse me for a quick second. Right there. Okay, let's get started with the fun stuff. Now that we got that out of the way. Now, like I said, this is going to be like a botanical themed folio. So I don't know how much decoration I'm going to do with that folder. I just kind of, that cover, I just really like that. It's got color. We might do something and maybe cover up the words, but I'm really liking that. So let's get started. We'll see where we go. Okay, now I tore this one. I cut this one out when I cut these other ones out, and got to playing around with it, and I thought that would make a good exterior front flap. So I folded it in half, just like I did the others, and my thought was I would bring that down, and that would make a nice little flap going this way on the front cover. So I like that. And then on the inside, I folded that page down, and that'll make a nice little pocket. So I think I'm going to start there, and I'm going to glue that down. My glue of choice today is going to be Glossy Accents. And let me just clear the tip. So yeah, I thought maybe you guys might like to come along with me and do from start to finish on this baby. And we have fun. Maybe we can start on the second and third one. Like I said, I'm hooked on these, so I'm going to be making several. So this one's going to be a pocket, so I'm just going to glue these two edges. And maybe put just a tab right there on that top little flap, just to give it a little extra security. Okay, glue that down. And there we go. Okay, so that's going to be a pocket there. And then we'll go ahead and glue that down. But I don't want to glue it down yet. I might want to tuck something other. We can always use it as an extra tuck spot. I don't know how I want to decorate that yet. So I'm not going to glue that down. Okay, but my thought was, oops, got on the exterior side there. Okay, so my thought was this would be a flip out like this on that front cover. And that looks nice, huh? So, with that being said, I don't like all that wording, so we definitely want to do something with that. And I brought a few elements that I thought maybe might work, but we'll see how it goes. And we're just going to take it page by page and flip through kind of and decorate as we go. There was this other half where I cut this off here was this piece here. And I like those images of just various plants. And I tri-folded it. Just folded each one rather than cut them off. At first I thought maybe cutting those off and placing them throughout the book. But then I folded it and I was like, I kind of like that. It's kind of like a tri-fold. So maybe, I thought maybe we could put that right here. And although this is a flip out, and then we can actually have this as just a little prettiness there. So I like that idea. But we definitely need something behind that to cover up some of that word, some of those words. Then I had this piece. I thought maybe that could go there, which that's not bad. Actually, that's not bad at all. Because that kind of goes with that. But we definitely need to do some inking. So let's start with ink. And let's see how it looks. And the only thing I'm thinking is these pages on this book are glossy. So as far as inking, it's not going to do too well, but the pieces that we put on top we can ink. But as far as those pages itself, I don't know how well, you know how glossy pages, it doesn't take to ink too well. Or it'll take it, but it ends up rubbing off. So we're going to about find out right here. We're going to put a little on this, and hopefully it'll stay. It won't wear off, but in the course of time it may. But that's okay. Do the other side here. Okay, that's a good start. And I'm just going to use some glue stick for this paper piece here. Let me cover up that. It's going to dry out fast. Close that up. Grab my glue stick. Excuse me, sorry about that. Not quite straight. Let's move that over just a bit. There we go. And actually, while we're And on this cover, we can do it like that. Flip that out. That looks good. Okay. That's nice. Okay. And then what I was thinking was putting this on here. But since there's images on both sides, I guess I got to decide what I want on the outside and what I want on the inside. Purple on that one and kind of a, we'll do it this way, because then that'll kind of tie in with that, and that kind of ties in with that. Yeah, we'll do it that way. Okay. Let's add a little more ink. Okay. And we could even make that a little pocket there and have a flip out like that, and that can be a little small pocket. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's do that. Let's go for it, guys. The more pockets and tucks, the better, so we can get more ephemera and more goodies in each spot. And it's dried on me that fast. Let me pop that open again. Okay, so we just need it on 3 sides and put a thin bead, because it's not going to give us much room for a pocket. It's going to be a slender one, so the less smearing on the glue, the better, because then we have more room for pocket space. Okay. So let's get that down right in the center. Yeah, I like that. So the space for that would be, that's 2 inches, so I would say about, give or take, let's give us about 1.5 inch space for a small tag. A piece of ephemera, and I don't know. And I grabbed the, that fits. Ha! That fits right in there. Well, we'll see. We'll come back to that. Okay. Alrighty, so that works. I like that. Okay, so that's our cover so far. Got to flip out, and then we'll open up there with a pocket. And I probably should have put a little thumb pull so we know that that's a pocket, but I don't know if I can get this in there. Let me see. I might make it. Aha, I did. Sweet. Sweet. So there we go. Okay, so that's what we're looking at right now. And if we do something like this, let's just do that temporarily. We can always flip things around and change it. I am going to cut these down just a bit so they're all kind of the same as far as the outer space. Just do a little short trim. Okay, I like that. And a little ink. And they're just blank on the back, so there's a little journaling space for the back. Okay, I like that. We can do that for right now. We can always change our mind later. So we've got that, okay? So now we need to figure out what we're going to do with this side. Like I said, I did grab some random pieces, just some stickers and ephemera pieces and some various, I got some lace and some trims. Let me think about this for a second. Maybe a nice piece of trim here. That might be nice. Let's take a look at that, how that would look. Not bad. And I've got this other one here. Open this. Let's take a look at this one. I almost got to have it closed so I can get the full picture here. So I kind of like the idea of having something there, since it's going to be flipped out. You don't want that edge to get worn. So I kind of like the idea of having something extra there just to secure that. But do I want that? Or do I want this one? I'm thinking the crocheted trim. What do you guys think? You agree? Okay, let's go for it. So cut a piece off and move that out of the way, and move the rest of that out of the way, and we'll get this down. And we can trim off the excess. So yeah, I was really excited to get started on this project, like I said. And if this first one goes well, I am definitely going to be doing more and possibly putting them up in my Etsy shop. But we'll start with one and go from there and see how I like it. So yes, very nice. Very nice. And then we can figure out what tie we want, possibly using this tie again. And do a wrap around like so. That's nice. I like the idea of that. Don't let me forget that, guys. Okay, because that's last. Okay, so that's a good start. Now we need something here. I didn't grab too much to work with, because I know we're short on time, which I'm going to have to end this one here pretty quickly. And we'll continue tomorrow. So wherever I leave off today, we'll continue tomorrow. And I like these stickers, but they're definitely need something behind it because it's like a washi sticker. And that's why I got this crocheted trim. I thought maybe we can put a piece of that there. Use it almost like a belly band, but then put something else on top of it. But I don't want to make it too busy. That's kind of nice, that brown offsetting that. And then that can actually be a belly band behind it. And we can stick something there as well. But since that's the cover, I think we won't. I think we'll just leave that. Or we can run this all the way up the front there. That's kind of nice. and put something there. Then when we open, I like that. We're going to do that, and then we're going to stop there, and we'll continue tomorrow, okay, guys? Because I'm getting short on time here. So let's flip this back out, and we'll glue this down. Okay. So, yeah, I like that. Trim off this piece hanging over. Okay. So that's what we got to start with, guys. We've got our folio with front cover flip with a trifold flip and a pocket there. And we'll continue on this tomorrow. And hopefully we should be able to get into the inside signature pages, and that should go pretty quickly. Okay, it's usually the cover that takes the longest because that's what you want to look the best and be eye-catching and appealing. So yeah, that's what we got for today, guys. Okay, we will continue where we left off tomorrow. Thank you for spending some time with me today. God bless. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.